Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time, multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. So today, we're really getting into a decision that can either, make or break a growing business. And that's deciding what exactly to outsource. Because if you're running your own business, you know the feeling. It's like you're just putting out fires all day instead of, building something bigger.
That's exactly it. And that's the trap. Most people just outsource the things they hate doing. It's a reaction, right? It's running away from the pain.
Just to get some relief.
Exactly. But what we're talking about today, based on what we've seen in the LaborSync blog article, is how to make that a strategic move. How to use it to actually grow, not just create a new headache for yourself.
Okay, so let's get into that framework. You can't just throw tasks at someone and hope for the best. There has to be a system.
There has to be. And step one is what we call the time value matrix.
A time value matrix.
Yeah. You have to be ruthless about this. Look at your week. If a task is eating up, say, 10 hours of your time, a huge chunk,
Right.
but it's only creating like 1% of your business value, things like basic data entry, scheduling appointments, that is a perfect candidate to outsource. You keep the high-value stuff like product strategy in-house.
Even if it's only an hour a week.
Especially if it's only an hour. That's your most important hour.
Okay, that makes sense. And the second step, the skills gap assessment. This is where you have to be brutally honest with yourself.
You really do?
It's not just about what you hate doing. It's about what you're, frankly, not very good at. Why spend hours on bookkeeping when an expert can do it in a fraction of the time with zero errors?
And we saw a perfect example of this. An e-commerce owner, they outsourced their inventory management.
Okay.
And get this, they immediately freed up 10 hours of their own time a week. And the best part, order errors went down by 80%.
80%? That's huge. That's not just saving time. That's saving money and reputation.
That is the strategic payoff we're talking about.
And then there's a third factor, which I think gets overlooked a lot. The burnout risk factor.
So important.
Life is just too short to be updating spreadsheets if you're creative, If a task is draining your soul, it affects everything else.
It bleeds into the work that only you can do. So you have to protect that energy. Outsource the tasks that kill your motivation.
So if we're looking for the quick wins, the low-hanging fruit, what are they?
It's pretty clear. All those routine admin tasks, data entry, scheduling. Then you have your basic bookkeeping and accounting and some customer support.
Some of it.
The basic level, yes. You absolutely keep the complex problem solving with your team.
Right. And that brings us to the danger zone. The things you must, under no circumstances, outsource. What tops that list?
Your future. Anything to do with your company's future. So strategic planning. That has to be you.
That's your vision.
It's your vision, your core product development. I mean, that's your secret sauce. You can't give that away. And this is the one people get wrong all the time. Key relationship management.
Your biggest clients.
Your biggest client, your most important partners, they need you. The moment you outsource that relationship, you're basically telling them they're not a priority anymore.
And speaking of getting it wrong,
Yeah.
we saw a cautionary tale about a consulting firm. They outsourced their client onboarding.
Oh, it was a mess, a total mess. They did it without any real documentation.
So what happened?
You had different outsourced agents giving new clients completely different instructions. It was chaos. They almost lost 3 major accounts. Took them months to repair that trust.
Which leads directly to the first piece of actionable advice.
Document everything. Before you even think about handing a task off. And what's funny is the act of documenting will often show you where your own process is broken. It's a win-win.
Okay, so you have your documentation. What's next? You don't just hire a full-time virtual assistant on day one.
Right. No, absolutely not. We call it the gradual outsourcing strategy. You start small.
Like a single project.
Exactly. For the first month or two, just try a one-off project. Some data cleanup, maybe a small research task. See how it goes. Only after, 5 or 6 months of building that trust should you move on to the bigger things like ongoing bookkeeping.
And what's the final test? How do you know for sure that it's the right move?
You have to ask yourself one question. If I got this off my plate, could I use that time to do something that makes more money or dramatically improves the business?
If the answer is yes,
then it's worth it. The goal is to spend your time on the work that only you can do.
So for everyone listening, the real takeaway is to start thinking about this now. Don't wait until you're completely underwater and have to make a bad rush decision. Plan it out.
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.